Let me tell you something, the way you see yourself shaping your entire life. If you see yourself as weak, as unworthy, as not enough, then guess what? You are going to live like that. But if you start seeing yourself as powerful, as deserving, as blessed, then life is going to open doors for you like never before. Your mindset is the foundation of everything. You have to understand your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest enemy. Every single day you wake up with a choice. Feed your mind doubt and insecurity or feed it faith and confidence. The way you talk to yourself matters. Stop saying I can't. Stop saying I'm not good enough. Stop saying I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy. Most people don't realize how much their thoughts control their reality. If you keep telling yourself you are not smart enough, not talented enough, or not lucky enough, then your actions will reflect that. You won't even try. You'll hesitate, procrastinate, and let fear take the wheel. Your thoughts will dictate your results before you even take action. The most dangerous thing in the world is a mind that's left unchecked. You let it run wild with depression, and it will take you down every dark road possible: self-doubt, anxiety, fear, failure. That's why you have to grab hold of your thoughts and start directing them where you want to go. This is not about just feeling good for a moment. This is about reprogramming your mind to serve you, not work against you. If you want to be confident, you have to plant confident thoughts. If you want to be successful, you have to speak success over yourself. You become what you believe, so start believing in you. A strong mind is built like a strong body through consistent training. You don't get abs by doing one sit-up, and you don't build mental strength by speaking positively just once. You have to do it daily. You have to protect your mind from negativity, from doubt, from people who don't believe in you. If you don't take control of your mind, someone else will. The world will tell you who you are. Society will try to label on you. Your past will try to define you. But when you take control of your thoughts, when you start speaking life into yourself, everything changes. You were not put on this earth to be average. You were built for greatness. But if you keep settling for less, life is going to give you less. You got to start acting like you deserve more before you even get it. Walk with confidence, speak with power, and carry yourself like you belong in the room. The problem with most people is they wait for success to permit them to feel successful. They wait for money to feel rich, for love to feel worthy, for validation to feel important. But if you don't see yourself as successful now, you'll never get there. You have to start seeing yourself as valuable before the world does. People respect those who carry themselves with purpose. Have you ever noticed how some folks walk into a room and they just get a presence? They don't have to say a word, but you know there's somebody. That isn't about money. That isn't about fame. That's about how they see themselves. You keep saying you are waiting for a sign to go after your dreams, to step into your purpose. The sign is you. The moment you decide to stop playing small, to stop doubting yourself, to stop letting fear hold you back, that's when your life starts to shift. Act like you belong in the room. Even if you feel like you don't. Even if you are nervous, even if you feel out of place, stand tall, hold your head up, and move with confidence. Your energy alone will change the way people see you. Success is not about luck, it's about positioning. If you keep acting like you don't deserve more, life won't give it to you. But if you start believing in yourself, walking with purpose, speaking with power, opportunities will come to you. The world will treat you how you treat yourself. If you respect yourself, if you value yourself, if you carry yourself with strength, people will follow that lead. But it all starts with the way you see you. Comparison is a killer. You keep scrolling through social media looking at people who seem to have it all together, and now you feel small, but you aren't them. You don't know their struggle, their sacrifice, their pain. Run your race. Focus on your growth. Your journey is yours, and that's what makes it powerful. The problem with comparing yourself to others is that it makes you forget your blessings. You are so busy looking at what they have that you don't even see what you've already been given. You have talent. You have potential. You have a unique gift that nobody else has, but you'll never tap into it if you are always looking at somebody else's life. What you see online isn't real anyway. People show their highlights, not their struggles. They post the vacation, not the debt. They show the happy moments, not the nights they cried themselves to sleep. Stop measuring your behind the scenes against somebody else's highlight reel. Success is not a competition. You don't lose because somebody else is winning. Your time is coming. Your blessings are on the way. But if you spend all your time looking at their plate, you'll never enjoy what's on yours. The only person you need to compete with is the version of you from yesterday. That's it. Every day, just aim to be better than you were before. If you keep leveling up yourself, you'll get further than you ever imagined. When you focus on your journey, you realize that what's meant for you will always be yours. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to force it. You just have to be ready for it when it comes. Nobody can do what you do the way you do it. That's your power. That's your edge. That's your gift. So stop trying to be them and start focusing on being the best version of you. Listen, I don't care what mistakes you made, what failures you had, or what kind of pain you went through. Your past does not have the power to decide your future unless you let it. Too many people stay stuck because they keep looking backward, replaying every wrong turn, every bad decision, every disappointment. You can't move forward if your mind is still trapped in yesterday. The past is a teacher, not a prison. Learn from it, but don't let it hold you hostage. Some of you are carrying shame and regret like it's part of your identity. Maybe you messed up. Maybe you lost time. Maybe people still remind you of who you used to be. So what? That isn't who you are anymore? You have to stop living under the labels people put on you. They'll call you a failure. They'll remind you of your lowest moments, but they don't know what God is building inside you. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your past. The only way your past wins is if you let it convince you that you can't be more. Do you think you can't start over? Do you think you can't rise? Do you think you are too damaged, too broken, too far gone? Let me tell you something, every champion, every success story, every powerful person you admire had a past that should have stopped them. But they refused to let it. It isn't about what happened before. It's about what you do next. Are you still breathing? Then you still have a shot. A setback isn't the end, it's just part of the comeback. You have to stop giving your past permission to ruin your present. Some of you are holding on to bitterness, resentment, and anger from things that happened years ago, and it's eating away at your future. Let it go. You are carrying a weight that isn't even yours to hold anymore. You deserve peace. You deserve joy. You deserve a fresh start. But it won't happen until you stop looking back and start stepping into the person you were meant to be. Confidence isn't something you are born with, it's something you build. And the only way to build real confidence is through preparation. You can't walk into a situation expecting to feel strong if you haven't put in the work. You can't demand success if you aren't ready for it. The reason some people hesitate, the reason they doubt themselves is because deep down they know they're not prepared. But when you've trained, when you've studied, when you've sharpened your skills, you walk into any room knowing you belong there. Think about it when you were in school. The times you walked into a test feeling nervous weren't because you were just naturally anxious. It was because you knew you hadn't studied enough. But the moments when you were locked in, when you did your homework, when you put in the hours, you sat down, grabbed that pen, and handled business. Life works the same way. If you want to move with confidence, if you want to speak with authority, if you want to stand tall, no matter who's in the room, you have to do the work before the moment arrives. Some people think confidence is about acting fearless. No, confidence is about being so prepared that fear has no room to exist. When you know your craft, when you've rehearsed your speech, when you've practiced your skills, you don't have to fake it. You don't second guess yourself because you already know you can deliver. Confidence doesn't come from hype, it comes from hours of unseen effort. It comes from waking up earlier, staying up later, and doing the things most people aren't willing to do. You can't pray for confidence and then avoid preparation. That's not how this works. Do you want to shine? Do you want to dominate your field? Do you want people to respect you when you walk in? Then put in the effort behind closed doors. Champions aren't built in the spotlight, they're built in the hours nobody sees. And when that moment comes, when the opportunity arrives, you won't have to fake confidence because you'll already know you are ready. The way you carry yourself tells the world exactly who you think you are. If you see yourself as unworthy, undeserving, or not good enough, trust me, people will pick up on that. They will treat you according to the energy you put out. If you walk into a room like you don't belong, people will believe you don't belong. If you shrink yourself, if you doubt yourself, if you hesitate, the world will reflect that right back at you. But when you see yourself as valuable, as capable, as somebody who deserves to be in every room you step into, the world will have no choice but to respect that. Have you ever noticed how some people, no matter what they do, seem to attract opportunities? It isn't luck, it's how they see themselves. They walk with certainty. They speak with authority. They don't beg for validation because they already believe they're worth it. And because they believe it, other people believe it too. It starts with you. You can't expect the world to see you as powerful, as talented, as valuable if you don't first believe that yourself. Your self-perception shapes your reality. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If you carry yourself like an afterthought, like somebody who doesn't matter, you'll be treated that way. But if you see yourself as a leader, as someone with something to offer, people will respond to that. The energy you bring to the table determines how people receive you. Walk with confidence, not arrogance confidence. Confidence says, I know who I am, I know what I bring, and I don't need your approval to believe it. That mindset shifts everything in your life. You can't keep waiting for the world to validate you before you believe in yourself. It starts with you. If you wake up every day doubting your worth, questioning your ability, afraid to take up space, then guess what? The world will agree with you. But if you decide today that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you belong, the world will have no choice but to adjust to the new version of you. The words you say to yourself are shaping your life, whether you realize it or not. Some of you keep wondering why you feel stuck and why nothing is changing, but if you pay attention to how you talk to yourself, you'll find the answer. If you keep telling yourself you are not good enough, that you'll never make it, that life is too hard, guess what? Your mind starts believing it and your actions start matching it. You can't expect to win in life if every day you are speaking defeat over yourself. You need to start speaking life into your situation, into your future, into your soul. Too many people wait for someone else to encourage them. They wait for a friend, a boss, or a family member to tell them they're capable, strong, and worthy. But what happens when nobody claps for you? What happens when nobody cheers? Are you going to sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or are you going to stand up and be your motivator? You have to learn how to speak victory over yourself, even when things don't look good. You got to tell yourself, I am strong, I am blessed, I am built for this. Because the words you say today will become the reality you live in tomorrow. Think about it. Would you ever tell your best friend they're worthless? Would you tell your child they'll never succeed? Of course not. So why do you talk to yourself that way? You have to stop being your own worst enemy and start being your biggest supporter. You need to wake up every morning and declare that you are stepping into greatness, that you are favored, and that you have everything it takes to win. It doesn't matter what yesterday looked like. Today, you set the tone. Because if you don't believe in you, why should anybody else? Life is already going to throw challenges at you, but don't let your own words be the thing holding you back. You have to switch the script. When doubt creeps in, shut it down with faith. When fear whispers that you are not enough, answer back with boldness. What you speak, you attract. Start telling yourself that you are capable. Start reminding yourself that you are chosen for something greater. The more you speak life into yourself, the more your mind and spirit will rise to match it. The people around you are either fueling your growth or draining your energy. You can't expect to fly if you keep surrounding yourself with people who are comfortable crawling. Some of you are stuck. Not because you are not talented, not because you are not capable, but because you are surrounded by people who don't want to see you rise. If the people in your circle don't push you to be better, don't challenge you to grow, and don't celebrate your wins, you are in the wrong circle. You need to be around people who see your potential and remind you of it every single day. Do you ever notice how successful people tend to roll with other successful people? It isn't a coincidence. They understand that energy is contagious. If you hang around winners, you start thinking like a winner. If you spend time with people who are ambitious, motivated, and disciplined, that energy rubs off on you. But if all you do is hang around negative, small-minded people, guess what? That energy rubs off too. You can't build an empire if your closest friends are comfortable living in mediocrity. Some of you have people in your life who don't even clap when you win. They downplay your success, they discourage your dreams, and they always have something negative to say when you are trying to love. That isn't love, that isn't support. Real friends push you forward, they don't pull you back. If every time you share your goals, someone is telling you why it won't work, why it's too hard, why you should just play it safe, that's not your people. Your people are the ones who remind you that you are built for greatness, that you are capable, and that you should go for it. You need to do a serious audit of your circle. Are these people adding to your life, or are they taking away from it? Are they pushing you, inspiring you, challenging you to be better? Or are they keeping you stuck in the same place? You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you want to elevate, you have to surround yourself with people who elevate too. People who dream big, who speak life into you, who refuse to let you settle. How you present yourself to the world is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. You can't tell me you believe in yourself, that you are ready for success, that you are built for greatness if you walk around looking like you don't care. The way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, it all speaks before you even open your mouth. If you look sharp, put together, and confident, people will treat you like you belong. But if you step out sloppy, unbothered, and unprepared, people will assume that's how you handle your business too. It's not about wearing designer clothes or spending a fortune. It's about effort. It's about self-respect. When you take the time to groom yourself, dress well, to carry yourself with confidence, it changes the way you feel inside. You walk differently. You speak differently. You start showing up in the world like somebody who values themselves. And when you start respecting yourself at that level, other people take notice, because the world responds to the way you present yourself. Think about the most successful people you know. They don't just wake up and roll out of bed looking any kind of way. They understand that presentation matters. They dress for the life they want, not just the life they have. Some of you are praying for success, praying for opportunities, but still showing up looking like you don't even believe in yourself. Your mindset is showing up in your appearance, whether you realize it or not. If you see yourself as powerful, as capable, as someone with a purpose, your appearance should reflect that every single day. People judge what they see before they hear what you have to say. First impressions matter. And whether you like it or not, people form opinions about you based on how you present yourself. If you want to be taken seriously, start taking yourself seriously. Start dressing like the person you want to become. Start carrying yourself like you already belong in the room. Because when you look the part, when you walk with confidence, when you take care of yourself, you don't just change how people see you, you change how you see yourself. If you keep waiting for people to approve of you, you'll be waiting your whole life. Some of you are sitting on your dreams, holding back your potential, all because you are waiting for somebody to permit you to be great. Let me tell you something, nobody is coming to validate you. Nobody is going to wake up one day and say, now you are good enough. You have to decide for yourself that you are ready, that you are capable, that you belong. Because the moment you start living for other people's approval, you become a prisoner to their opinions. Too many people let fear of judgment stop them from stepping into the purpose. They worry about what their family will think, what their friends will say, what strangers on the internet might comment. But let me ask you this, are those people paying your bills? Are they the ones living your life? Are they the ones who will feel regret when they look back and realize they never went after what you wanted? No, they're not. So why are you giving them that much power over your life? You have to learn to move forward without applause. Some of you are so addicted to approval that you don't even trust yourself. You have big dreams, but you are waiting for a sign. You are waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to go after it. But let me tell you the truth, you are the sign. You are the confirmation. If it's in your heart, if it's in your mind, if you can see it in your spirit, that's all the approval you need. People won't always understand your vision because God didn't give it to them, He gave it to you. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for permission. They didn't sit around hoping people would believe in them. They decided to believe in themselves and they moved accordingly. You have to do the same. Stop seeking approval. Stop looking for validation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The moment you decide you are enough, that's when everything starts to change. You don't need their approval. You don't need their permission. You just need to step up and take what's already yours. Everything you want in life starts in your mind before it ever shows up in your reality. You have to believe in yourself, in your dreams, in your ability to succeed long before there's any proof that it's possible. Some of you are waiting for the evidence, waiting for the success to show up before you believe it's real. But that's not how it works. You have to walk by faith, not by sight. You have to believe it so strongly that even when nothing around you looks like it's working, you keep pushing forward like you already have the victory. Look at the most successful people in the world. Do you think they waited until they had money in the bank, a big house, and a fancy car before they believed they were successful? No, they believed in their vision when they were broke. They saw themselves winning when nobody else did. They acted like the person they wanted to become before they had anything to show for it. Because success doesn't happen to people who doubt themselves. It happens to those who believe so deeply that they refuse to quit. Some of you talk yourself out of your greatness because you don't see results fast enough. You start doubting, you start second guessing. And you start thinking maybe it's not meant for you. But let me tell you something, just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not happening. Seeds grow underground before they ever break through the soil. Your progress is happening behind the scenes, and the only thing that can stop it is if you give up too soon. You have to see yourself winning before you win. You have to wake up every day with the mindset that your dreams are already yours. Speak it, act on it. Move like it's already done. Because when you believe in something so deeply, you start making decisions that align with it. You start putting in the work. You start showing up differently. And before you know it, what you believe in your mind becomes a reality you are living. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody can change the way you see yourself except you. So today, make a decision, change your mindset, change your habits, change your future. Because when you change the way you see yourself, you change everything.